Hey guys! So today I'm probably just gonna sit here and rant. Bunch of things happened today that made me think. Let me see. Oh, first thing in the morning, I woke up this morning, right? And I usually look at my phone first thing in the morning, and I look at Instagram, and the first thing I see on Instagram this morning is pigs being gas chambered. So, of course, that affected me. But I was reading this, excuse me. I was reading this article the other day about how, well, actually, I didn't even really read the whole article, or I don't know if I read any of it. I might have just read the headline. But it was about how vegans have lower levels of mental health. And I didn't read the article, so it was based on some study that they did. And I think I actually did start reading part of it. And the study was probably skewed, who knows. But the thing is that typically most people who don't eat animal products or use animal products are very compassionate. And when you choose that lifestyle, you expose yourself to a lot of horrible things that happen in the world. Because you want to know more information so that you can share it with other people. So you expose yourself to these things. And of course that affects you. And of course that affects your mental health. So yeah, if you change your lifestyle to be aware of what's going on in the world and see things that you're afraid to see, you are going to be mentally affected. So yeah, that happened. And then so basically it's the same old shit, right? Wake up, walk the dog, play music, practice my singing lessons. And then usually before I go to bed lately, I've been trying to learn Spanish on Duolingo. And then throughout the day, I deal with my flashbacks and stuff. But it was a pretty good day. The other thing that was super exciting for me was we have stock in Beyond Meat. And so I was really curious about what was going to happen today in the stock market because they were reporting their first quarter earnings. And here's the thing. I don't really care about the money. I want the stock to do well because I want people to buy Beyond Meat. I think Ethan Brown is changing he's changing the world. He with this company, he has changed the world. Like, normal people are eating plant-based burgers. And vegan is no longer this taboo, scary thing. It's more of a household name, which is incredible. And no, not everybody's going to change overnight, but a lot of people do care about animals. So that's my rant on that. And then something else, a couple of things I looked at on YouTube today. This is interesting. I was looking at some new videos popped up in my feed because, Google controls everything you see and they know what I'm looking at and Googling. So they sent me, or they put up in my feed, this lady talking about 7 signs or 7 things that a narcissist will do. And I found that really interesting because I've been, my friend asked me today on Instagram, how are you doing? And I know she meant because my mother had passed away and I was fine. I've been totally fine. But when she asked, it kind of stung because I don't want to talk about it. And I don't know if I'm avoiding it. But I feel like since she passed away, I've been wanting to know more about, the problems that she had mentally. I guess, I don't know, to cope with the fact that she didn't love me or show me love. And a lot of things are replaying in my mind from my last manic episode because when I had my last manic episode, I showed up at her house and I was hanging out with her. And if you haven't been watching, you don't know, but we've been estranged for 11 years and we had been estranged for 11 years. And then when I went back and when I showed up at her house manic, I ended up staying with her for a little bit. And even though it was crazy, I saw her. I saw her. the things that I couldn't see before. And it's weird when you have a psychotic episode, nothing makes sense. You're completely paranoid. Your brain is out to lunch. You are completely delusional. You live in some sort of fantasy, paranoia, horrible nightmare delusion if you have mixed episodes like myself. Like, people talk about mania being this great experience. It's never been that way for me. There has been times where my mood has been elevated and I've gotten really excited about something, but it was never fun. There were maybe a few moments where I had like laughing fits, maybe once or twice out of all of my episodes. But other than that, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. And I even have, and it hurts me to, like, I'm scared to watch my wedding video because although I wasn't manic when I got married, I went manic shortly after. And I always wonder like, was I already partially, because I don't know. I don't know when it starts. And that's hard. But I don't even know how I got on that topic. I went off on a tangent. I was talking about how mania starts or whatever. I don't remember. But anyway, something else came up on my Google feed today. What was it? It was how an empath reacts to a narcissist, and that I found so relatable. And I don't know, maybe I'll look up that video and put it in the link because it was really interesting. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever had issues with a parent that is perhaps a narcissist, if you might find this interesting. But one of the most interesting things that I've been grasping with is, how do you like truly love a narcissist if they're unable to love you? I mean, you can love them unconditionally, right? But in order to keep them in your life and have a relationship with them, how do you do that without harming yourself? Because they have manipulative, harmful behaviors. They suck you into their world. So yeah, I don't know. I found this particular video really interesting. A couple of the videos that I found that came up in my feed regarding like this narcissism thing, I found it, I don't know where I was with it. I found them really interesting. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. Maybe it's time for me to end. Yeah, and then the last couple of hours tonight, what did we watched a new series on Netflix. It was really good, called Hollywood. Very very interesting, about male prostitution. Anyway, so yeah, that, and then my husband got irritated with me and told me, I need 20 minutes. Don't talk to me. I need 20 minutes. All because I asked him to turn the TV down. But I guess I didn't ask him in a nice way. Anyways, he's going to be super pissed off if he sees this video and hears me talking about him. But that's what happened. And why is it that no matter how much you love each other, like when you're married, you just argue? I mean, we don't have like horrible fights, really, like, but we argue, you know, like not incessantly, but we do argue. Anyways, I don't know. That's all I got. I just rambled. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.